Welcome to the Tao of Women. This is our fifth session, and my name is Maria Chaudhry. I'm your guide, and we have started this journey on the Lunar New Year, on the new moon. And as we began this journey, we bowed to the dragon, saying thank you. And we bowed to the snake, saying welcome. And we emerged. And the Tao of Women came out into the world. And with it, we brought all of our teachers, all of our ancestors, all of the ones who have gone before. And we presenced our lineage. And then from there, we started to do women's work. And that means we began to craft the extraordinary experience of life from the ordinary fragments and leftovers and small pieces. We know how to weave them together to create something extraordinary. And then from there, we became knowing women, knowing that everything gets done when we get out of each other's way. And we know where we belong, and we have space and room for others to thrive and shine. And then we blessed and consecrated our vessel. We purified our vessel, our container, and we drank deeply from the well to quench our own thirst. And that completed our first lunar cycle. And now we are about to enter into another new moon. And we're about to plant the seeds of intention for our next lunar cycle. And so let's do so by having a short grounding just in the position that you're in, either seated or standing. Allow yourself to arrive in this present moment, breathing down into your center, letting your breath be your vehicle to open you, to stabilize you, and to help you release and let go what you do not need, any distractions, so that you are open and ready to receive the teachings and the transmissions of the Tao. So one more breath here. Preparing yourself to receive. And if you have the book, you're invited to read along with me. And if you are simply receiving this as an oral transmission, let these words trickle like raindrops on parched earth, or be like golden rays of sun, drying up the wet places. Let these words bring balance and harmony to your life. Passage 5. I'm going to read it 2 times. Balance. The wise woman is like a mother. She brings both good and bad into the world. The wise woman is neutral. She opens her arms to all people. The Tao is like the wise woman. It is free of bias and able to stay balanced. The more she gives away, the more she has. The more talk there is about her, the less she is understood. Stay centered, stay balanced. I'm going to read that one more time. Balance. The wise woman is like a mother. She brings both good and bad into the world. The wise woman is neutral. She opens her arms to all people. The Tao is like the wise woman. It is free of bias and able to stay balanced. The more she gives away, the more she has. The more talk there is about her, the less she is understood. Stay centered. Stay balanced. And with that, let's practice and clear our space. I'm going to do one thing here. So as you find your space, come into your position, your standing position. Feel your feet resting on the earth. Your toes are pointing forward. Your weight is settled in the center of your foot. Your knees are soft, and the weight of your knees are over the center of your feet. Your quad is open, as if you're about to sit down on a stool. But right before you sit down, let the top of your head lift. And then as your top of your head lifts, it stays where it's at, and then you sit in your quad. This practice today is called it's called birthing creation energy. I learned this from Daisy Lee. So you're going to bring your hands like triangles toward your dantian, your palms of light. You don't have to imagine light. Just bring your palms here. Breathe into your center. And when you're ready, when you inhale, you're going to gently open your palms. Your fingers are tracing your belt. And then your fingertips point behind you. I'll just turn around so you can see. That's all you're doing. And then from here, you're going to allow your hands to sweep forward. I'm leading from my wrist. As my hands make their way in front of my body, I'm still leading from my wrist. I let my hands rise as my body sinks. And then I lead from my wrist as I let my hands float down as my body rises. And I return back to my center. Palms of light. Inhaling. There's a gentle rise as you trace your belt with your fingertips pointing behind you. Exhaling, sweeping wide. Bringing forward and down. Birthing creation energy as you come from your center and you sweep behind you, and now you open your arms wide to all beings, staying centered and balanced, returning. This is a simple form, so let's let the form teach you rather than me teach you. I'm transmitting the Tao. To learn forms and the details, we do that in class. Taking your time, staying in your center, coming from your dantian, from your womb space, as you bring out both good and bad into the world, as you birth creation, and stay centered and balanced. I'm going to do this one more time with you, and then I encourage you to stay in the practice while I read. Okay. Stay in the practice. Stay in the movement. I'm going to read it to you one more time. Everything got fuzzy. Stay centered, even when things get fuzzy. All right. Stay in the practice. Balance. The wise woman is like a mother. She brings both good and bad into the world. The wise woman is neutral. She opens her arms to all people. The Tao is like the wise woman. It is free of bias and able to stay balanced. The more she gives away, the more she has. The more talk there is about her, the less she is understood. Stay centered. Stay balanced. Returning to the practice. The Tao is like a mother. She gives birth to both good and bad. The Tao is like a wise woman who is neutral and who opens her arms to all people. The Tao stays neutral in the midst of all creation. One more passage together, letting the form teach you about what you are birthing into the world and how to stay centered and balanced. Returning palms to your lower dantian. Closing the practice with pulling down the heavens. And as you pull down the heavens, you are integrating, you are completing, you are harvesting and programming and imprinting this wisdom into your being. Preparing yourself to complete this task, this practice, and knowing you're about to go out into the world And you're going to maintain your center and your balance to the best of your ability. And the last one, our hands come up, our feet come together, and we close, sending all the energy down to the earth. Our head is clear, our mind is bright, our Shen is up, our Qi is down. We are in our center, and we humbly bow. Right hand makes a fist. There is a part of you that births something out into the world, both good and bad, and yet you remain neutral. And together we bow. We bow to each other, all who are present here live and on the replay. And 3 times we bow to the Tao. We bow to all the birthing women, birthing creation. We bow to the wise women. And we bow to our teachers, teachers, and the teacher within. Taking a nice deep breath, drawing that in to your heart, stepping back across the threshold and back into your life. I'm saying thank you. I would love to hear about your experience with this practice. You can put it in the comments. Those are on Zoom that can stay and share for a few moments. And I would also go to the description so you can get a copy of your book and you can learn about how to come to Qigong class. And I will see you next time. Many blessings.